Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And guys, before we get started, I have something very important to announce to you all. I have a very important interview coming up tomorrow, and let me just ask you guys this. If you could ask a lawyer who knows a lot of stuff about XRP, and you guys most likely all already know him, if you could ask him one question, what would that be? I'm going to pick maybe 10 or so questions and ask him. So once more, there's a very good chance that your question will be seen in one of my videos pretty shortly. I think in maybe tomorrow or the day afterwards. So stay tuned, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and let's get crack-a-lackin'. All the topics of today are over here in the top side, and I'll put the timestamps down below. You guys said, or at least some of you said, don't give too much of an overview. It's not necessary. So we'll see how it goes. Keep it up with the feedback, guys. I really try to make it as fun as possible. So first of all, the SEC v. Ripple case to finally establish how much authority the SEC has over regulating the $2 trillion market. This is something I've actually expressed a couple of times before, but still it doesn't get enough attention. What we are fighting for in the Ripple case is not just Ripple. That might sound strange, right? I mean, of course it is Ripple being sued, so it is for Ripple. And since Xrp holders are not really that involved, it really is mostly Ripple. Yeah, it sounds logical. Well, yes, but no. What we are actually fighting for is the way that the SEC is overarching, so that they're trying to basically grab every single crypto-related thing under their hood. But most importantly, just the way that cryptos are going to be viewed over in the United States from here on forward. And there's multiple different articles and multiple different pieces today that are kind of back this up. This idea that the SEC is trying to grab everything, but also the fact that we just need some sort of new rules on the matter. It's just time. It's due. And the SEC is going for their basically least favorable option. They of course can go for litigation or for rulemaking, and even though Gary Gensler keeps shouting it's clear, they keep going for litigation. So you would kind of think that if everything is clear, then theoretically speaking you don't have to make more rules, but then also theoretically speaking there shouldn't be this many violations and people claiming that they didn't know, right? Most of the violations should have been we tried it, we tried it and we thought it could work, or we didn't get the rules. But right now it's like there are no rules, so how can we not have gotten them if they're not there? Yet Gary Gensler keeps quoting that it's all clear. It's a drag, all right? It's really definitely a drag. So a couple of conclusions can also be drawn from this article, but nothing too significant, nothing too important. It's just one of the fun things that Chair Gensler just said recently. He said, "We just don't have enough investor protection in crypto. We have taken and will continue to take our authorities as far as they go." Following this, he has been soliciting the intervention of the U.S. Congress to make laws that will broaden the Commission's authority. And to kind of supplement that, I have this right here. Eleanor put this up. Scoop. Crypto Mom Hester Peirce tells Fox Business she heartily disagrees with Gary Gensler's notion that crypto is destined to fail without government intervention. She also believes it's not the role of regulators to pick winners and losers in the crypto space. And again, guys, mind you that is exactly what is happening right now, and Ripple's for a very good part fighting for this. Now, one quick thing to mention is how Coinbase could have also fought for this, but they decided to opt out. What Coinbase's situation was basically is that they had the chance right now to fight over this lending product as well. They're not the only company in the world who does lending products, just kind of the biggest one. But they decided to kind of take the chickeny way out. I thought I had it open somewhere, but apparently I don't anymore for some reason. Well, I wanted to have one more article about Coinbase. Oh, here we go. Breaking. One of Coinbase's critiques of the SEC Gov action is blocking its lending product is that similar services are actively being provided elsewhere, though in what Coinbase believes is a less secure manner. The other venues did not receive an SEC warning developing. So the long story short about this one is Coinbase could have fought alongside Ripple, fighting basically the battle against the SEC and basically for crypto, but they decided to opt out. Why? Well, because from a certain perspective, Coinbase is in a very unfavorable position. Ripple is also there. Think about it, guys. You know how many people in the comment section say, oh, there's so much news, but the price doesn't move? What they don't realize that most cryptos, if they were sued by the SEC, they would go to the freaking ground to never recover. So for Xrp to still not be completely worthless is actually a very, very hefty feat. That's a side note that people should get. But had they not been sued, and had they not done anything wrong in the SEC's eyes, they would have most likely been doing a lot better. And Coinbase, of course, gets that too. They don't want to take the risk. But more importantly, why Coinbase is now the guinea pig and why they were basically messed up a little bit is kind of a funny story. It's because they're in the US. It can't get any crazier than this. What the US is doing right now is basically launching a purge on their own crypto companies in their nation, basically, because those don't oblige by the rules or follow the rules. Yet things like AVA on Ethereum, those things are all fine because they're outside the US. So can any US citizen use it? Well, maybe until there's any new clearance on that. I would say yes, but maybe no. Not. US investors actually have a really difficult time. I mean, to be honest with you, it's so difficult what is and what isn't allowed. It kind of feels like you need permission really, really granted. First, you need to shake your hand, and then you could try walking on some freaking something or walking on some ice. You need like too much confirmation for my own opinion. The US is just like a kind of sad in that regard, which is making everything so quote unquote safe, even though they're not making it safe, but they're making it safe. Sorta. You see how confusing all my words are getting here too. That's what the US is doing to me. But this is really true though, that they're basically choosing winners and losers in that regard, very much so. We can't really dispute that. It's almost impossible. All right. Moving on to the next subject. Digital asset investors shared this. So a couple of years ago, while the entire industry and Ripple were begging for clarity, this guy acts like he is an SEC commissioner. This cannot stand. Disgusting. What was he told by the SEC? Commissioner Clayton indicated that they wouldn't grandfather anybody. So who we are referring to here, and I can't actually show you guys the video right now, but who we're referring to here is Jay Clayton's speech, partially, that might have been done in the background, who knows, kind of replicated by Joseph Lubin from Ethereum and Consensus. He specifically stated, and states still, things as if he's kind of a commissioner of the SEC, or as if he's got inside knowledge that the rest of the market doesn't have. He's talking about Jay Clayton's statements in a way that only a person really involved with everything like this could know. And that's really kind of worrisome. What discussions was he present at, and what type of influence does he have, and why is Ethereum / the foundation getting such favorable treatment? I don't know, I'm trying to figure it out, but it's very freaking vague, guys, and I keep getting to the same conclusion. Something is smelling very, very awfully off here. Let's see if we covered this one already. Let's quickly see so I don't skip any articles. As someone who saw the internet grow and crash and grow again, I would say this to the XP community. The future of XRP and Ripple won't be decided by the SEC. It'll be decided by the efficacy of the product that will overcome idiotic enforcement efforts if it's the real thing. And what that basically means is, well, because if you take a look at the internet, this lawsuit, it won't decide the value of XRP. No. They'll get over this lawsuit, which is not going to be a big hassle. The price will be decided by true utility because it will suffice if they really were good. Meaning, it doesn't matter what the SEC is trying here. They'll fix it, and they'll really get those crazy gains if the underlying product and utility is actually as good as we kind of claim it is. Then the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, just kind of a little fun metric here. It's at 20 freaking 1. Let's actually refresh that real quick. Right now it's back to 27. You can see it went from 27 to 21 to 27. That's because people have now gotten a little bit more enthusiastic because we got some gains back in. Yet, it's still really funny to me how quickly this changes in direction. However, again, it takes social metrics in mind too. So the Fear and Greed Index is not an absolute thing. It doesn't really show necessarily anything too important. Volatility is a good part of it. Then again, volatility is neither good nor bad, but they kind of take it as a bad thing. Market momentum / volume. This is the only one that can kind of show something. Social media. surveys, which are paused, however, dominance, which again, you can't really say that any of these are important except for potentially market momentum and trends. So, about a half of it really has, no, not even half. Let's say about 30% in total, or maybe 35% of this in total, actually has any real world relevance. So potentially this is actually a really stupid statistic. Just quickly letting you guys know about that, a little side note. I just saw this from Crypto Airy. Mr. Kitao, the CEO of the holdings company, SBI, continues to grant the digital crypto asset, as it's recognized in Japan, XRP, as a benefit to Morningstar Japan shareholders. Morningstar helps investors build their wealth. Quote, another XRP use case, end quote, is a store of value. Gary Gensler. Yeah, pretty nice. I mean, I'm always excited about SBI basically because one of the things which also just came out, if you didn't know, is this right here. Japanese crypto exchange Tal has just today relisted XRP at, I believe, about 6 p.m. English time or 5 p.m. English time. And this is actually for a very good part because of SBI and because of the ties they have over there. So once more, guys, I can't say I'm not excited about this. It just looks really freaking good right now. The future is bright, things are looking juicy, and even though there's some negativity in the space, I don't think it's going to take over, guys. I'm just holding on to my beliefs. And then Charles Hoskinson, very, very cool action. He just donated 20 million bucks to get language of math rewritten. So people everywhere basically stating that this is a really shitty thing to do, and this is all for goodwill. It's all this, that. A lot of bad things were said. Then again, coming from my own personal perspective, he's given some of his own money for something which he's clearly passionate about and likes. How can we see this as a bad thing? Where is it bad? From what perspective is it bad? I don't really get that. The cat's out of the bag. Today I got to announce the Hoskinson Center for Formal Mathematics at Carnegie Mellon. I donated $20 million to create a permanent center to rewrite the language of math. And I really wonder if there's anything going to come out from that one, but I think this is a beautiful thing. Let me put it like that. I think it's a really beautiful thing. And I do sometimes wonder as well how good Charles Hoskinson would be at math, as I'm kind of in the middle. Is he a mathematician or is he more of a computer scientist? I know he's good at math, but as a computer scientist, you definitely know some math. So I wonder, is his main thing being a mathematician and he knows something about computers and decentralized networks in that sense? Or is it the other way around? Or what exactly did he do in the past, if you guys get my drift? I don't really know too much about it. I know he's working on he worked on Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, but before that, what did he do? I don't know, but I'll figure it out pretty soon. All right, guys, make sure you answer the question I specified at the start of the video down below. Make sure you press the like button if you enjoyed it, and if you want more, make sure you press the subscribe button. Just quickly let you guys know, I'm a little bit tired in this video, so if it's not perfect, I'm sorry about that. It'll most likely get better later.